Import caviar dreams, rosé nightmares, sipping Louis 13 in my night ass. That's important issue. That's important issue. That's important issue. Again, that's important.
Yo, 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 what up with it? It's Chakelet 360. Yeah, it's Friday. We trying to turn up. We had a little setback, but we know how to snap back from a setback. Come on now.
All the time, all the time.
Yeah. So it's your host, Tanise, and we got our co-host,
A.K.A YOUNG,
and our special co-host,
Specialist in short bus, Jason Lee.
Yeah. So you know what it is. If you listen every Friday night from 8 to 9, even though we had a little delay, but every Friday night from 8 to 9 is Chakelet 360 serving infotainment one scoop at a time. Every Friday night from 8 to 9. This is
Let them know who we got here.
Yeah, we ready to go into all of that. But first I want to say we got a great topic that we gonna get into. But before we do that, I want to bring in my special guest appearance. We got our boy, Young Trigga. And we got one of his comrades here on the mic, and his name is Keys.
What it do, GMB in the
What up with it? Yeah.
It's good to have y'all in here tonight.
Yeah, we got
Thank
second week in a row we had a full house. We got a full panel. It's 5 of us. We gonna chop it up about this good topic. I'm about to run it down for y'all like I always do. We gonna go into a break. And after we come back, we'll chop it up, read the comments, and have a discussion. So if you are familiar with us, you know we always post our topics every Friday on our Facebook and Instagram pages. And this week's topic was the final curtain call, A.K.A F.O.H. Y'all know what that acronym stands for.
Pretty
So
much,
don't play like y'all don't know. Don't play like y'all don't know. So the corresponding questions to that, before I say that, if you still have a comment that you want to add, then it's up on our Facebook page, our Instagram page, everything. So if you still feel the need to slide in your comment, we may be able to get to it during the topic being spoke about. And if you have the heart to call, then give us a call at 1-888-400-5574. So let's get up into these questions, and then we're going to take a quick break and come right back and chop it up and read the comments and get the panel's outlook on this topic here. So the first question was, what are some things that your spouse, friends, family, etc. can do or say that will cause you to walk away and never look back? Number 2, does it always have to be a big situation that caused you to call it quits for good? Number 3, is it the smallest things that add up over time that push you over the edge? Number 4, do you think that your own ego can be the reason that you can't forgive or move on? And finally, number 5, was cutting ties with certain people proven to be beneficial going forward in new relationships? So we're going to give y'all a chance to ponder over that, slide in some last minute comments, talk amongst your friends, and when we come back, we're going to read the ones we have, and like I said, take some of these calls so you can get your call on air live tonight on Chakelet 360. We'll be right back, baby.
Get ready for the...
Okay.
We back.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed, then that was our feature special guest appearance. Guest we that was our guest in his song. We got it all twisted or whatever. We over here having libations. That's my fault. I'm already sweating. Only had 2 sips. That's just I don't like it like that. But anyway, that was imported by Young Trigga and Keys right here.
You alright?
So,
GMB.
yeah.
That joke was rocking.
Yeah, it was.
Make sure you support Baltimore music, man.
Yeah, we definitely in it for that. So, back to the subject at hand. We had the topic, the final curtain call, A.K.A F.O.H. We're going to turn the mics over to A.B.SOLUT1 so that she could go ahead and chop up some of those good comments there, and we can have our panel discussion. A.B.SOLUT1.
All right, good evening. Happy Friday.
What up with it?
Alright, so let's just jump right into it. So we have a few comments. We have a few comments right now, so I'm gonna jump into this first one. It's from Jamie Frierson. And she answered questions 1 and 2. She said, not necessarily. Alright, should I just go ahead and read the first question or what?
Yeah,
go
read
ahead.
the question.
Alright, the question was, what are some things that your spouse, friend, family, etc. can do / say that will cause you to walk away and never look back? And the second question was, does it always have to be a big situation that causes you to call it quits for good? Alright, and she answered 1 and 2. She said, not necessarily one or a big issue. Wait a minute, yeah. Yet seeing a behavior unchanging will cause me to give the peace sign. Can't change others, but I can darn sure change the role, change my role in it.
Yes,
Which
that's
is
right.
true. So that's her answering both the questions. And okay, we have Shizzy and Brown.
My nigga.
Shiz.
What up, cousin? All
You
right.
listening? We know you listening, boy. If you ain't listening, you watching. You got to do the Chakelet 360
Shout
it
out
up
to
on the
Shizzy and
YouTube.
Brown.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So Shizzy said, I feel as though there is protocol in any relationship, spousal, friendship, or family. If the protocol is breached, I gotta fall back on the situation. It can be a big deal or accumulation of a lot of small incidences.
I agree with that. I can't wait to say what I gotta say about that one. He absolutely right. I feel him on that 100.
Okay, so we also have Nikisha Hicks Warner.
Keisha.
She answering question number 3. Now, question number 3 is it the smallest things that add up over time that can push you over the edge? And she answered, yes, sometimes you just get fed up with all the BS, lies, cheating, and all that. And she also answered question number 2, which I just read the question, but anyway. She said, yes, most definitely the devil is out here, and so many people, so many small things you can bypass if it's not cheating and lies and abuse and mental and physically.
But that's most of the time what it is, though. Like, those are the things, those are like the background topics that kind of like cause whatever action that take place to be would usually bring you to that point.
Right.
So what y'all think? So that, all right, thanks for the comments, everybody. I hope everybody heard their shout out, and you keep listening because we about to tell y'all our rendition of how we feel about this topic. So let's start with our special guest, Trigga. What you think about one or more of these questions that we asked just now?
I mean, the first question, I know, because it's like, it could be the smallest thing that'll make me like have different feelings towards a person. I look at them different. It's like, you feel me? I'm gonna trust you from day one. Let me give you my all trust. If I see something different, it's like, okay, now I'm looking at you different. It's like, I don't know, something you mess up with me, you're not gonna really get back what we had. If we had something good and you messed up, like, you come back, I might accept you back, but it's not going to be the same.
It'll never be the same.
I'm always going to look at you differently.
So what about, because I heard something you said about trust. You said you handed over initially. So a lot of people would beg to differ in situations like that, because sometimes you'll hear people say that, because I feel like I'm that. You know what I'm saying? But then you'll have the opposing contrary outlook, which would be, no, you got to build up your trust eventually with somebody. You can't just you got to make them earn your trust.
Sure.
But I feel like that's true in a sense, because it's like, wouldn't you be being judgmental to feel like that initially? Like, shouldn't you kind of not be completely open, but open enough where you can have like that little flexible space where you can kind of like mold some stuff? You know what I'm saying? So
Right. I mean, I'm not saying, completely have a wall up, you feel me?
Right.
But I mean.
But don't let a river flow freely around his feet.
Exactly.
What you think?
Some
Keith?
defense got to be played.
Right.
I feel the same way a little bit, because like I say, the situation it depends on that situation.
I mean, yeah, it depends on the situation.
So it's always, because I always have a debate like this with a guy on my job, and he was here last week. Walt, if you're listening, he always give me that everything has a yes or no.
Yeah,
it's us
it does. It got to.
That's true. But he said, but it's us who make it complicated with emotions. And I said, I believe in black and white, but I also see gray. Gray is, it depends on the situation.
Right.
Yeah.
Black or white is, you hear a cardboard, just a basic little
Great
generic.
definitely depends on the situation.
Right, because it's like you can have like a basic cardboard, black and white situation, and you're not involved in it, so you kind of overseeing it. Say, oh, well, if a man hit a woman, for instance, he wrong. No, what she say?
What she do?
What she
What she
do?
do, right?
Did she
handle
stand
that?
on that man?
Yeah.
Like,
But she stabbed him.
I'm not,
She
right.
was over top of him
Yeah.
stabbed
Then
him.
you rock her.
Real
That's
talk.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like people, some things are warranted a punishment.
true.
Off the muscle, no thought required. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
the reflex.
And because some people would think, just hearing that blankly without the details, they'd be like, oh, well, no, he shouldn't have hit the woman. Why he hit her? It's like, no, what made him, what made him,
What pushed him to that?
Yeah.
right. So that's one of the things that I always had a problem with, but I always say gray is the reason of why you would say yes or no.
Yeah.
Or the gray can cause you to go from no to yes, or vice versa.
No matter how much you talk about the gray area, we all love it.
Yeah.
But we all
It's
inside
a
of it.
question mark. Yeah.
Right.
It's a
It's
question
like,
mark.
Right.
It's like if I do stay with this problem, expecting it to get better, and 7 years go past, but you still expect it. That's the gray area. The yes and no area is, hey, do you like me? No. Is it gonna work? No. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we need more of that.
right.
Hey, do you really want to be with me? Yeah, I want to
Oh
be
no,
with you.
let me get out of here. Sorry.
Yeah.
We do it because the situation. Hey, I need to ride to work tomorrow. I ain't gonna tell her tonight. I don't
Oh
wanna
my
be with her.
God.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
You feel me, Trey? You feel me, Trey? You feel me? Not
real.
tonight.
That's real. Like,
Now she drop me off. I might get to the job and be like, oh, I look short for real last night. Last night I wanted to tell you
say what I
something.
really mean. I mean, I don't know. That goes down to like some people can't handle
The
truth,
gray
right?
area.
That is very true.
I'm
Yeah,
looking
that's
out
what
for
it
your
boils down
feelings.
to, yeah.
You feel me?
And
I
people
can't
don't
say
appreciate
no.
that.
Yeah, they really don't. They want you to tell them the truth, and then when you tell them,
Then
they
they
break
feel
down, they
their
crying,
feelings
and
and all
they
that.
hoo.
Then it's
You
woe is
hurt
me.
me, you did. Look, boy, y'all done asked the right
Then it's
thing.
I can't
Like,
believe it.
yo.
That's why I said like our topics, that's why we call ourselves Chakelet 360, because we take topics that we know can be universally related to no matter who we pretty much are speaking with.
Right.
Because more than likely the stuff that we pick, if you haven't been through it, you've seen it happen.
Right,
And you
right,
do have a viewpoint, whether it's personal or just perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it was you who it went, have like that actual situation that really touches your nerves.
Yeah.
Or you can see how it affected somebody you know, and you
Right.
kind of felt it through their pain or their pleasure.
No,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I done
I done
actually
been
been
through
there.
a
Like,
lot.
yeah, I done been through it.
So yeah,
I think we all have.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, like, so with that being said, I just like I say to Walt all the time, trust me, gray exists
Yeah.
mostly all the time.
You
He
need
said, but gray is where your emotions lie. Okay, emotions are a part of the situation.
All the time.
But he said a person who's normally logical can just make the straight gray, black or white, where the emotional person stays stuck in gray. I don't agree with that though.
No, I don't agree with that.
No, because
Why not though?
I mean, a
Sometimes
lot.
I can like, let's say for instance, if I don't know, say like if somebody, me, if I'm in a relationship, then a female might put a kissy face on my pictures or something, and then you got your girl. Well, who is this chick? Who is that? Who is that? But I'm like, look, I don't know who it is. I'm a rap by rap. She be if she's a fan. Like you feel me? Like I'm like the logical one. I don't know. I'm never in my feelings. Females always say that like you don't care about nothing. Cause I do, but it's like
I wouldn't
choose not how I go.
say that's right. I was
show
going
you.
to say the trust part.
Yeah.
If you can't give all your trust because then they see how you feel all the time. You know what I'm saying? So a part of not giving it all away is there's where the wall. You might have a half wall up and it's water.
I got major trust issues.
I mean,
I don't even
Got a
trust
wall
myself
up, but
most of
it's
the time.
high enough that you can't. Like you need a little help to get over
yeah,
it.
you need
just
like
say-
somebody to
just
boost
say,
you
"Lord,
up
come-"
real
yeah,
quick
yeah, you
and
need
like
a little, yeah.
scoop, like yo, scoop me over that
enough.
joint. Let me throw my
Show
leg
enough.
game over there. What's the second question again? If you don't mind reading it, so we can chop that one up as well.
All right, the second question was, does it always have to be a big situation that caused you to call it quits for good?
No.
Nah.
Because it's usually the big stuff for me, and I'll speak, and I'll swing it all around and let everybody get theirs in, but it's like the big stuff, you can swallow that because you see everything right in front of you.
Right.
Like, all right, it's that, you feel
right.
me? All right, this what it is, this what we gotta do, I feel what you saying, I heard what that was, all right,
Right.
bam. Probably, lay back, contemplate a little while, regroup or something like that. But then you probably like, man, when sometimes something big today can turn into something small tomorrow. Like
Right.
3 days
And
can
vice
make
versa.
that be, and then 3 days can go by and something seemingly small, like, did that bitch was a jab in me when she said that?
Mm-hmm.
And then you know what I'm saying, you stew in it, and then it kind of, you can connect it to other things, like, yeah, I think she was trying, you know what I mean?
Right,
So it's
right.
like sometimes your own thoughts can deflate or expand,
That is true.
you know what I'm saying, how you view a situation. So I would say, no, it don't always take something big for me, because I think usually the big situations are ones where you can make those sharper right then and there decisions.
Right.
But it'd be the little stuff that you kind of recollect on, and it kind of come back in pieces. Like once you get that puzzle together, you like,
Right.
no, I don't like how that, no, I don't like how that piece
Some
together.
big
Yeah.
situations
Right.
you
She
just
said
can't turn away from. Like you just gotta acknowledge that and deal with it right there.
Yeah.
Because if you don't,
I
that
mean, I
can
gotta
get under your
confront every
skin and it
situation
start to
right
get like.
there anyway.
I'm more of that. Why you ain't
Yeah.
say that when
Yeah,
it happened?
I just can't.
Yeah, that's what I don't like.
You know
Like,
what
you
I mean?
say
I know,
something
right?
last week, don't bring it up today.
Hey,
And
that's
like,
what
yo,
I'm
I don't
saying.
even
That's what I'm saying. I gotta
recall
confront
me
it right there. I
even
got you.
like.
Or
you
why
know
would
what I
it?
mean?
Why would it require me to have to say a certain thing for you to be like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yo,
Right.
why the dude was like, no, you supposed to say that
You had it
right?
on your mind. You had it on your
Yeah,
mind.
like you supposed to look.
Like, yeah.
I want you to tell me in real time when niggas right there.
Right.
Right.
Tell me right now, like you feel me,
Like,
like.
people don't write me. Yo. Don't tell me nothing. Be like, yo, don't tell them I said it. Yo. No,
Like,
I'm
that's
going
real.
right. I'm going right.
Right.
Like,
Right
yeah, go
now.
say that you.
Right
What's up?
now.
Like,
Yeah.
you feel me?
Yeah.
I'm handling that right then and there.
Because if you don't, it's just gonna fester and
Right.
it's
Yeah,
gonna
I
become
can't
a
handle
thing
it.
that
I
you
can't.
can't-
Sit on
And
my
it's
chest
built
like that.
on resentment anyway, because that's
True.
why it was done or said,
Right.
or held back.
Like,
You
you
know
don't
what
want
I'm
me to say something, don't then tell me. Like,
Yeah.
you know, keep it to yourself.
Real
You
talk.
told me because you know I'm
I'ma say something.
I'm
But
gonna
then
that.
I get blamed for overreacting because you told me some pertinent information that is grounds for a reaction, nevertheless. But if I overreact, then isn't that? That's why you make the choice if it's good enough to tell or not.
Right.
Because you know what the reaction is going to be. If you genuinely know this person, you know they're going to react like, oh, or are you holding it back for a certain time so the fizzle can die down and then you tell them, no, then you're going to, reignite that
Right.
volcano.
That's why you just need to address it.
Yeah.
Muscle.
I mean, I've had, like, disagreements with people right then and there. And then I can tell you 20 minutes later, we probably went and got Dutch or something.
Real talk though. That's real talk. But everybody
It
don't handle
happens,
it like
it
that though.
happens.
Everybody don't
All
handle
the
it
time,
like
every
that.
time, all the time. So that's why I say, I just feel like it's your emotions and your feelings. They aren't the same thing, but they definitely are like the gauges that determine how you take, like, absorb the information and how do you dispense the response to that, scenario. Sometimes it could be just the state of mind you in. Like,
That is very true.
somebody can drop something on you when you're not, like, mentally able to
do it.
absorb.
you
Yeah.
right.
Like, I mean, have y'all ever had situations like that occur before? Like,
Oh
where,
yeah, man.
like, give us an example. I mean, you don't have to get too
Yeah,
personal,
yeah.
but just give us an example. Like, you can keep it as
I
general
mean,
as possible.
like you say with these relationships, man, and these females, man, like
Hold up, watch what you say.
Man, that man is
listen, I mean, I'm gonna
his
keep
own
it
journey.
honest. I'm
I
gonna keep
get
it
it.
honest, man. You feel me? Like you say, you put your all into it, then you have your small problems turn into your big problems, then your big problems turn into major problems, and then you find out she crazy. You feel me?
What is crazy? Dudes always hit the girl with the she crazy. You not crazy too?
No,
Never you.
no.
It's
I'm
never
not
you.
gonna say never me, but in certain situations, it's never me. You feel me?
Oh Lord have mercy.
You
No,
can't.
I
I
be in
mean,
situations that be like, she's really crazy. Like, down the line, I find out like she's really bipolar, or like something is really wrong. Like, I be in them situations.
Oh
Like,
my
yeah,
God.
Don't
she's
feel
really
like that.
crazy.
I mean,
like
like you say, everybody's not like that, but you come across the ones you just be like, why did I do this? Like,
But there's that same thing you just said. It could be because of a series of actions that took place over a course of time that made her feel a way. And like I said, if you got a chick you just canoodling with, I'm gonna say canoodling.
Canoodling.
And nestling.
That's what we doing.
Yeah,
that's what we doing.
Canoodling and nestling with somebody and shit. And then regularly though. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like, okay, 3 nights a week, turn into 4.
That's a lot.
Turn into 5. But y'all don't go together. So then it's like, what the fuck? I mean, you know what I'm saying? What that look like to her? But then you pull back like, no, you ain't never was my girl anymore. What? Like, you know what I'm saying? So.
And you know what's crazy? Because I done been through this show. This is crazy, yo. I done told like.
But those initial actions right there, were they not misleading to the female? To thus garner
I can't really say this misleading because like I've been through the same thing and I talked to my mother about this and she was like, Tay, you there all the time, you there every night, you sleeping with her, you doing look in her mind, y'all is in a relationship. Whether or not you told her that look, this official, we go together. You ain't even had to say that, but that's what she in her mind. That's what she
was in your mind. What was in your mind as you was doing this?
I mean, I'm like, it's just like
you living it day by day. She building it up like accumulating the time you spending with her.
I'm just like, look, well, shit. I'm gonna chill out tonight. Oh, man, like
that's pretty much. I'm cool.
I'm cool tonight. Yeah,
so it's just
I'm coming through. Like
pretty much.
I mean, we was good friends. So you want to say friends with benefits or whatever like that? You want to say however you want to put it, but like, yeah. I never actually said like, yeah, we were in a relationship. Like, I mean.
So what makes that different from how you kicked it with the girl that you made your real woman?
That was deep.
Wow.
Because it's like you can have 3 girls doing them exactly the same way.
Though, the chemistry.
No, you know what?
Or it could be what she's able to provide.
For me doing that in the past, see, my past is why I'm like I am now. You know what I'm saying? Like I was heartbroken in the past by a female, so you know what I'm saying?
So one female caused all the rest of them to just be like placeholders until you make up your mind.
Not all of them, I mean, but like, yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. I don't like to compare relationships and nothing like that.
I know, but what makes that type of
But it's hard not to, though.
Right, but what makes that type of chilling with a certain girl that you feel is your friend with benefits different from the way in which you would chill with your real girlfriend?
Like you say, that connection, man. It's definitely that connection.
Cause it's like something like for a dude, it's like, oh, I can lay with this female tonight, and once I'm done, like I'm gone.
Right.
But I can be with this other shit, and I can chill all night. We can chill. We can like we watching TV. We movies kicking and we smoking. We can whatever. Like yeah, it's like
joking all
like yeah, I can like it's that chemistry. Like we got that chemistry. You don't have the same chemistry with all females. Some females you may just got that lust. Like look, I'm just look. Right. She know what it is. I'm coming through. I'm bye. I'm gone.
Right.
Within an hour or two. You feel me?
Lord
like
have mercy.
yeah, and I'm yeah. But you got them ones that. You know, you go over there, boy, this is all night. Yeah. I see y'all tomorrow.
Right. Is that because you see potential that you just want to?
I mean, I can't really say potential. I guess it's like I don't know. I can't really say it's like a comfortability thing, but
for me, it's the potential.
You gonna say potential?
I could definitely say it's the potential, man. Like,
what falters the potential after doing it for 3 months and there's no like upgrade in the situation? Is it a matter of too many boundaries or lack thereof? On whose part though? You understand what I'm saying?
Both and both.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing.
So it's like ask that question. Like what the fuck?
You gotta have boundaries. I don't care what type of relationship it is.
I mean, at the time, you definitely gonna have to speak up on something. I mean, you can't just let it linger on for so long because as a female and a man, you gonna say something like, "What's up?" You feel me?
All right. So what if that same female you chilling with? What if she? You know, she clearly know you're not taking her seriously, so or is not a committed bond. What if she step out and she got somebody else she can kick it with too when she can't find you? Then
I ain't even mad. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Oh, I know people that get mad.
I ain't even gonna lie to you.
I know people that get mad.
Me too.
Good looking, bro.
I mean, don't let me find out.
Or what?
I don't want to find. I mean, I don't.
But how many? My question is,
I don't add my dirty laundry out
alright,
there
but
for you to say
if
it
she
though.
find out
We
about your
doing
other
us,
little bitties
and
though
I'm
on the
doing
side.
me. You ain't gonna find out.
I don't care. As long as she keep it 100.
We
Long
gonna
as she
keep
keep it
it.
100.
I'm about to keep it 100.
Yeah, she keep
If
it.
she finds out, even if it's on a humble, like somebody like, girl, you know, I seen so and so, and he was with so and so, and then she got that.
There's where the curve.
You know what I'm saying?
Crazy man. She gonna come ask me was I. You don't
Right,
even
but
know
the whole
you
time
play
you
it
was
down.
doing it.
Yeah, but it was real though.
But my whole thing
So
is,
that's what I'm saying. Is it a matter of undermining the chick? All right. So when that chick, when you comfortable with that situation and she ready to break it off, and you ain't trying to hear that. That's where the problems come in. That's what I'm saying.
because I know what that's
one
like.
chick, yeah, I had that one chick. I wasn't trying to hit none of that. Like, you not going nowhere. So you do come across them. You right about that. You come across that situation.
Even as you're not like fully deciding to be committed though.
Yeah, you right. You actually, you know what?
That's why I said there's that gray, right? That's that gray, right?
That's that gray spot.
Cause like,
that's that one.
what's the third question? Then we're gonna take another break after the third question.
The third question is it the smallest things that add up over time that push you over the edge?
I think we touched on that already, but
Yeah.
yeah, for me, like I said, I've known somebody for like, I could say 20 plus. And it's like throughout that 20, I mean, if our lives are like a book, I could flip back those pages and those chapters like, yeah, that was petty as shit. Yeah, I seen that. You thought I forgot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then it's like when you, like I said, when you put that puzzle together, when those pieces fit, it's like that one last little thing they do make all that connect all together, even over that span of time. And it's like, I'm sorry, I can't. Because it's like, what happens is, you're in a pattern just like they are. They know you just as well as you know yourself, and vice versa. So it's like there's that person that know what to tell you, or know what they should tell you, or hold the important information back, or omit that part today, but then tell you 2 weeks later, and all that. So it's like those types of things. A lot of people use the word loyalty recklessly to me.
Yeah.
Now, before we go to the break, I want everybody who's speaking to give their definition of loyalty, because I don't think everybody had the same definition.
Oh man. If I could break this word loyalty down to a lot of people in the world, man, like they wouldn't understand it. You feel me? Like this guy, I'm sitting over here by G&B all day, every day, man. I've been with this guy since day one. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't never changed on me ever. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of these niggas get in the game and they switch who they is up as a person. Yo ain't never switched up as a person.
That's true. I knew Trigga for a long time myself, personally. And I
Personally.
saw him when he started twisting those out right there. He was in Shake Mother House, and we was writing raps. And yeah, we was writing raps in the black and white compositions
That's
and all that.
loyalty, like,
And yellow
Original.
Yellow Eagle pad Caitlin and all that.
Go ride.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Just for that second, we
Right.
can push his rap side to, as a person, he's never changed, and that's real loyalty, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And a lot of niggas don't know what that means.
No, they don't. A lot of females don't either.
Yeah.
No, yeah, they definitely don't.
Because people equate real with the streets and being in the streets. No,
Nah.
I think real is just a more so a characteristic, regardless of where you from. Like, if I'm being myself and you don't like it, that don't make me less real than you.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what measurements come in, and then it's like, okay, then you got some people who say, well, you ain't loyal. Like, loyal is riding. Like the chick that ain't your girlfriend, but she rocking with you still, even though she ain't get the title or whatever.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like, but then she'll ride with you all that time. You get your money up, not you, but I'm just saying, you get your money up, then you go get one of these so-called bad chicks that want $1,500 pocketbooks, when this was the little chick in the trap house biting down the tops because they was too big to fit in the junk.
All
You
right.
heard me, but you forgot about her. You was fussing with her over $200. You know what I'm saying, for the rent, but you running at the old big butt bad mom and buying her that bag that you just now started to be able to could afford, and left old girl in the hood.
That's true. That's true.
And that's what I'm saying. So she was loyal, but you know what I'm saying, you probably loyal to the bread. She was loyal to the bond.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I guess, do you have anything to add absolutely before I take us to a commercial?
Well, loyalty to me is unconditional. Like, not changing. Like, it's absolute, like, real and loyalty. I wouldn't say they're the same, but being loyal to somebody is just, like you said, like, never changing. You always the same. You hold it down no matter what. You can go through any hood, any city, any state, and be yourself, and you get love. All of that. And that's pretty much what I had to say.
I know, that's right, because like I said, people think loyalty mean you supposed to hold yourself back so they could be straight, and it could be that kind of thing, like depending, like if it's your mom's or something, like, yeah, I ain't gonna get that
totally
thing,
different,
but if it's like, alright, we grew up together, but I saw you kind of whip that little pocket knife and try to slice my throat a little bit with it, but you whipped it back in when I started noticing some, you know what I mean, then you ain't loyal.
Not at all.
Like if an opportunity is what it takes for you to change up on me, no.
That's an opportunist. That's not being loyal.
Word. Well, we gonna get back into it. We got like I say probably another 10 minutes of talking. We gonna get it in one last time with our special guest when we come back from this break.
Ready?
Yeah.
Loose
Stop it.
So we gonna wrap up the last segment of the show. If you're just joining us and you're catching the last few minutes, then like I said, it is Chakelet 360. We doing a little overtime because we started a little off of the normal the normally scheduled program. You know, I told you I can't hang with this little bit of the garbage.
Shit, get a little crazy.
You know what I'm saying? My mind was overloaded, but anyway, it's Chakelet 360. Is your host Denise. We got
A.K.A.
we got our special guest co-host. He doing the film work for us, so that's Shortbus, and we back with our special guest appearance
in the
this
building tonight.
Young Trigga.
Yeah.
Keys, man.
That's what's up.
Yo was unlocking that knowledge with them keys. You know what I'm saying? But bursting off guns, pulling triggers. Yeah. But anyway, let's get back to Absolute so she can close out the topic, read the last two questions, and any other comments that were made.
All right. So question number 4 was, do you think that your own ego can be the reason that you can't forgive and move on? And the 5th question was cutting ties with certain people proven to be beneficial going forward in new relationships?
Alright, so I guess we got one long comment from my best girl, my best friend, that's my best friend. She finna,
Alright, so we have a comment from My Favorite Is Coming.
Willow.
And she answered all the questions.
Mm-hmm.
So the first answer she posted was, they had to hurt one of my children, and I'm out of there.
Oh yeah,
Pretty much.
that's definitely the
Or
best.
say, stay out of my life, and I will grant you that even with open arms down the road. As long as the big situation isn't repetitive, you know, fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me.
Right.
And the third answer was, I don't sweat the small stuff anymore. It is what it is, small.
Yeah.
And the 4th answer she posted was, moving on from a situation can definitely be held captive due to ego or pride. Forgiveness is so tender yet so strong, but most people won't genuinely apply that to situations. That's true.
I think I have a problem with that myself.
Yeah, and her final answer was, if cutting ties was based upon your most wisest decision, meaning weighing all the aspects of why you cut them off, and it was a matter of something hindering you, then of course, in some cases, she said refer back to number 4.
Right.
So, yeah, some cut ties for the wrong reasons and may regret it later. That's pretty much the truth.
Now, is that the...
No, she continued to say, all these questions depend on circumstances, character, trait, and making wise decisions, which simply means what would be the best way to handle it without reaping what has been sown.
Wow. And that's the part that I think people forget. Is that the conclusion of her?
Yes.
Okay. So, what was that 4th thing she said? It was
The 4th thing she said was, moving on from a situation can definitely be held captive due to ego and pride. Forgiveness is so tender yet so strong, but most people won't genuinely apply that to situations.
Now, has it ever been a time where you was like really questioning whether or not you forgive someone, or
Yes.
was it?
Yes. Yeah. All the time.
And so like, do you have examples? Like, just a brief, example. You don't have to get all specific or whatever.
Oh nah, you trying to put it on me.
Yeah, I ain't wanna expose myself on this one. I'm gonna let you go ahead.
Nigga.
Uh-oh.
I don't know though. I mean, I'll call me out, girl.
Uh-oh. Well, just don't gray area it. Just black and white it. Like, have you ever regret not forgiving somebody?
Oh yeah, I regret not. Yeah.
So since then, have you been able to rekindle a relationship, or you just still kind of walk around with that regret in your heart?
No, I mean basically for me with that situation, it was too late. Like with that certain female, like it was too late for that. And she done moved on, and
That happens.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord. Yeah. It's usually like the
I mean, I get a little emotional, because I think that was the one. I ain't gonna say no name, but like you feel me, like when it was over, it was like.
So there's that
yeah,
the one you really was rocking with or would have did everything for it, she got away.
Yeah.
And it was, what do you think in that case it had a lot to do with like ego on your part?
Yeah, it definitely did, because I was on some like
I saw your bio say
when we
when
we broke up, it was like she was the one that was pushing forward to try to rekindle everything, and I mean, she wanted to talk to me, and I'm more like, nah, I ain't, I'm all nonchalant, got my pride in the way, like I said, ego thing, and like, but when I really was like, well, let me go ahead and it was too late.
That's usually how it goes.
It was,
Wow.
true story.
What you guys say, Keys? Cause you over here nodding, man.
Yeah,
You had the little bobblehead game.
Like I
So
say,
somebody
man.
like tapped the top of your head and you was like, dang.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, man, it's all about the situation, you feel me?
Right.
And it was definitely that one. I just wish, you know what I mean, it had that restart
So it
button.
sounds like the root of a lot of guys' pain is some female that either got away or did them dirty. And then either way, the female after that, or the ones after that, you can kind of, find it in your heart to kind of let them get a little closer or closest to the spot that this person left open or wounded. It's like she still don't get that 100% from you though. And it's like now your trust is, like someone else said in the comments, is like breached in the sense to where everybody has to pay for it. But do you think these ones got away because you were, in a sense, reaping what you sowed, though? Because
In a way,
even the good ones, y'all cheat on them.
in a way, I ain't gonna say,
don't want nobody to touch her, but y'all be out here getting it in.
I ain't gonna say I'm no saint, you know what I mean? Got the golden joint over top of my head and nothing, you feel me? But yeah, I can say it falls on my fault. You feel me? For a lot of the stuff I did.
So when do you generally, when do those thoughts kind of hit you though? Like those alone, down and out moments, or you?
Or when you by yourself? That's
All
when
the
it hits
time.
you. That's when it hits you.
Not all the time. I don't know.
Like you ain't never find yourself in a crowd of people kind of still just drifting off about it in your own thoughts, or you know how to compartmentalize your feelings
of course
depending
you
on
hide
your
your feelings
surroundings.
and when you with people, but when you by yourself, you most emotional. You know what I mean?
True. So you will say that on the outside, depending on who you're dealing with, depending on the situation, we all, like my homeboy made a comment, he made a comment to say we all got 50 masks in our back pockets that we gotta put on, even if it's just work or your mom or your baby mom or your boyfriend or your teacher, the doctor, the job interview, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta whip them out every which way depending on the situation. So I mean, I think we had a good time. I mean, we gonna wind this topic up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really enjoyed the song that you provided. If anybody was able to catch that, we played what was it?
Imported.
Yeah, we played Imported.
So when did y'all make that song?
Oh man, Sound Fresh is about like 2 weeks old for real.
Oh,
man.
word.
Y'all can check it out on SoundCloud.
Yeah.
Feel me? SoundCloud/GMB_Trigga. Me and Keys working on a mixtape. Well, it's basically finished now. We like one song away It was called
Fly.
Fly Boys.
That is the
You know what I'm
mixtape,
saying?
one of the singles from the
Yeah.
mixtape?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your role on the album and the project? Like how many hats do you wear on this project?
Oh, man,
Wear all
it's
the hats.
like-
So both of y'all just got like
Wear all the hats.
2 heads and 10 hats though.
That's how it goes. You know what I mean?
Like,
So down to the graphics and the
From the time we get
from
up
the
to the
beat
time we go
being
to
made
sleep.
to
So
the
it's all
lyrics
in-house.
being
beat
added
being
to
made
Everything,
to the-
everything.
To the
So
recording.
basically from scratch.
To the
Like I
mixing.
said,
From scratch movement.
And like I said,
Right.
he's
Hashtag
loyal
that.
with everything because
Yeah.
he not stingy. He look for your input on what to change and what to do. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
like,
That only make them
it's
better.
Yeah, no doubt.
make them
Right,
better.
Constructive criticism is what
Right.
that's called.
Right.
Because
Love
there's
it,
a
love
such
it.
thing as destructive criticism.
That is
Yeah,
so true.
yeah.
And people tend to do that a lot and disguise it as jokes or
Right.
you know what I'm saying, or
Sometimes it just
Trig,
be
hashtag
underlying.
keys, hashtag Chakelet360,
All that,
radio. So we definitely had a good time
Thank y'all
here.
for having
I
us.
enjoyed
doubt.
this.
Appreciate
Shout
it.
out my nigga Shizzy, man. I
Yes,
thought
indeed.
she
Yeah, I thought we
nigga.
was looking for that number to pop, and we was looking
Yeah,
for the way
that's
you at,
because-
cousin. Well, when you watch this YouTube joint, you got your over shout out game. We definitely did that.
Calling me right now.
Yeah, everybody, y'all calling him and ain't calling
Yeah, call
him.
the show.
Right, you
Yeah,
coulda got your
we
voice
got a
heard,
number.
baby.
Show love, baby.
But that's alright. Next time, you know what I'm saying. We gonna holler at y'all. We probably get him up here again after that mixtape officially dropped, and we can get the aftermath of the mixtape. So again, if you don't know, then this is Chakelet360.
Chakelet360.
Hey, and we signing
Say
out.
what?
Peace.
Yeah.
I was born 1990 something.
Man, I'm recording.
Old head. This
I'm an old head.
Everybody 30 plus in here.
You know you old when your kids come get you on the weekends, nigga.
Damn.
This ain't jokes, motherfucker. They calling me now. Like,
Daddy, what you doing tonight, Daddy?
hey, sure.
Alright, so what? We just rocking out for right now.
Chakelet360 short, you know what it is, man.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Hey.
In the building, man. It's all about our city.
Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. Let me see.
Stop scheming and looking hard. I gotta grab it hard. So speak up. You wanna get hurt. Baby's going off. Baby's hurt. Money, I got. Stunts call me. That's real. That's how it is.
What up? It's your host, Tanise from Chakelet360. We up in the studio with my man, Trig. About to do this topic, then we gonna run into the interview game. So stay tuned for the YouTube videos coming up real soon.